Welcome back everyone to KW Ross Patterns. In this tutorial, you will learn about segment partition. If you have a line segment and you need to divide it up into segments, you can do a ratio however we want the ratio to be, but I'm going to focus on the ratio of 2 to 1 right now. All right, so first thing first, when you have this, you have to look at your ratio here. You have to add these two numbers. You get 3, and I'm looking at this first part of the ratio, which is 2/3 and not the 1/3 of it. You have to also use your formula to find a segment or partition, right? And if we have here A, B, and C, we want the coordinates of C. So we are going to use the formula here, which is x1 plus the ratio we need, which is 2/3, parentheses, x2 minus x1, close parentheses, comma, because that's the first coordinate here, your x value. Now we have y1 plus the ratio, right, of y2 minus y1. I know this is a lot, but you need to know it, okay? And you have to put this to memory because you're not going to get it on a formula sheet on the exam. Now I also wanted to, and I'm going to show you now, we're going to substitute things in here to get to our formula, to get to our answer, sorry. So we are going to substitute, and we know that once again, this is our x1, y1. This is going to be your x2, y2. Please label. It is very imperative that you label because it helps as in your substitution properly. So x1 is -8, plus the ratio we use in here, as I told you, is 2/3. All right, open parentheses, x2, which is 10. So we have 10 minus x1, which is -8. We know that two negatives side by side is going to be a positive. So you put your sign there from now so you don't forget. Y1 is 4 plus your ratio again, which is 2/3. Open parentheses, y2, which is -2, and y2 minus y1 is -4. All right, and we have close our parentheses. Let's do the math. We have our -8. We have to do what's in the parentheses first. So we are going to do 10 plus 8, which is 18, comma, 4 plus 2/3, the ratio, do what's in the parentheses. This is going to be -6. All right. Now you are going to do the multiplication. Before anything, we're doing order of operation here. 2/3 of 18. I'm going to do it the simplified version because some of you may not be that versed with doing fractions with whole numbers. So 3 into 18 is going to be 6. 6 times 2, which is going to be 12. All right, comma, 4 plus 2/3 of -6, which is going to be -2 up there. -2 times 2, which is -4. Yes, and I'm put it in parentheses here. See, now we're doing the math. -8 plus 12 is going to be 4, and this is going to be just negative. So 4 minus 4 is going to be 0, and that is our answer. Now, I want to say something to you. If, for instance, they are not dealing with segment partition and you're given a question to find the midpoint of something, you can use the same formula to find the midpoint of a line segment given the coordinates. All you have to do here, instead of a ratio of 2 to 1 here that you're doing, you're just going to use half for your, because it will be 1 to 1, and you add these will be 2, so you're using the ratio there of half for the midpoint. Okay, midpoint. This you use for the segment partition. You use any number. It could be 3 to 2, but for midpoint you use the ratio of 1 to 1. And you plug in the formula the same way. You have your C, your x1 plus your half for the midpoint here, and your x2 minus x1 there, and you're using your y1 plus your half for the ratio again of your y2 minus y1. So I just wanted to point out to you that you use this one if you're using a midpoint and your ratio here or your fraction is half. You're using a ratio 1 to 1, your fraction is half. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share my video to others around the world, and I'll see you soon on another tutorial. Bye now. Cheers.